All right, let's talk about the English language, but we're going to do it by looking at just one word. A tiny, simple word you probably use all the time without even thinking about it. But believe me, this little word has some pretty big secrets to tell us about how language actually works.
So let me ask you something. How many words do you think you really need to speak English? Like to get your point across effectively? Are we talking thousands, tens of thousands? Well, whatever number you're thinking of, it's probably way too high. Get this, the number is 850. Yep, that's it, just 850 words. I know, that sounds kind of crazy, right? Impossibly low. But that number is actually the cornerstone of a really fascinating system, one designed to make English a super simple global language.
It's called Basic English 850, and it's basically this hand-picked list of words that can do all the heavy lifting, letting you express some pretty complex stuff with a really small toolbox. And guess what? Our word for today, only, it made the cut. It's one of those power-packed 850. Okay, so how on earth can so few words do so much work? Well, the secret is versatility. Think of these words like a Swiss Army knife. Each one has multiple tools, multiple jobs it can do in a sentence. Let's actually see how this works by breaking down the three main jobs of the word only.
All right, first up, a lot of the time, only is an adverb. When it's wearing its adverb hat, its main job is to limit things, to specify. It's basically saying just this or no more than this. Take a look at this sentence. She only eats vegetables. See what's happening? The word only is changing the verb eats. It's not just that she eats, it's that she eats nothing but vegetables. That one little word completely transforms the sentence. Or how about this one? There are only 3 schools in this town. This time, it's not working on an action, it's working on a number, 3. It pins it down, telling us the number is exactly 3, not 4, not 2, no more, no less. But wait, there's more. Only isn't just an adverb. It can switch gears and become an adjective. And when it does that, it's not limiting an action or a number anymore. Nope, now it's describing a noun, telling you that something is one of a kind. So if you hear, she is the only woman doctor in this city, that word only is pointing right at woman doctor. It's telling you she's unique in that city. It's a huge difference between being a doctor and being the only one. I bet you've heard this one before, right? An only child. That's a perfect example. In that little phrase, only, is an adjective that means something super specific, having no brothers or sisters. It's wild how one simple word can pack such a precise punch. Okay, now for job number 3. This one's a little more informal, a bit sneaky. Only can sometimes act like a preposition, kind of like the words except or but. You use it to introduce, well, a catch, the reason why something isn't quite as it seems.
Listen to this. They probably could do it, only you never let them try. Hear that? You could swap in the word but, and it would mean the exact same thing. They probably could do it, but you never let them try. It's creating that contrast, linking two different ideas together.
So, okay, we've got only the adverb, only the adjective, and only the preposition. 3 jobs. But hold on, because this little word has one more incredible trick. This one is my favorite. It can actually flip an entire sentence on its head. Okay, check this out. Watch what happens when we move only to the very beginning of the sentence. Normally, you'd say, you should call me only when you are ready to go. Standard stuff. But if you start with that only part, only when you are ready to go, should you call me? Whoa, did you see that? The subject and verb just swapped places. You should became should you. It's this cool, slightly formal grammar rule in English that adds a ton of emphasis. So what's the point of all this? Why get so nerdy about one little word? Well, it brings us right back to where we started, that idea of basic English, and just how much power is crammed into a handful of core words. Here's the big idea, the main takeaway. Being good at a language isn't just about knowing a ton of words. The real secret sauce is understanding how flexible these simple core words are. When you get how one word like only can be an adverb, an adjective, a preposition, and even a sentence flipper, that's when you're really communicating with power. So, I want to leave you with a question. Now that we've pulled back the curtain on only, what other simple words do you use every day? You know, the ones that might be secretly doing way more work than you ever gave them credit for? Something to think about.